Hello and welcome to Sisberg. If you are a business owner or an employee and want to familiarize yourself with the risk and control of working in a remote or isolated workplace, this video is for you. Today we will learn about the risks of remote or isolated workplace and how to control it. It is important to know that when you work remotely or in isolation, you are unable to get immediate attention from rescue, medical or emergency services, due to the location, time or nature of the work being done. As a worker, you may face extra safety risks if nobody else is around to help with difficult tasks. Another worker can let you know about hazards or provide information or instructions about how to do a task safely. They can also notice if you are fatigued or making mistakes. Those who work remotely or in isolation can include farmers and agricultural workers, park rangers and field scientists, cleaners, long-distance freight transport drivers, security guards, sales representatives, real estate agents, health and community workers, for example, working with the public but isolated from their colleagues, all-night service station and convenience store attendants, and those who work from home. In some situations, a worker may be alone for a short time or for days or weeks in remote locations, for example on sheep and cattle stations. A worker may be isolated even if other people may be close by, for example a cleaner working by themselves at night in a city office building. In other cases, a worker may be far away from populated areas, for example on a farm. In another example, 100 workers in a base camp in a remote area could be considered to be remote and isolated workers. What are the key risks of working in remote or isolated areas? The main hazards that increase the risk of remote or isolated work are exposure to violence, psychological injuries or mental health, and poor access to emergency assistance. As a business owner, you must manage the risks associated with remote or isolated work. When managing the risks, consideration should be given to the length of time the person may be working alone, the time of day when a person may be working alone, a communication plan with workers, the location of the work, the nature of the work, as well as the skills and capabilities of the worker, including any medical considerations. What are your responsibilities? There are specific laws that apply when you do remote or isolated work. As a business owner, you must manage the risks associated with remote or isolated work and provide a system of work that ensures effective communication with the worker. These can be achieved by ways such as monitoring your workers regularly by phone calls or periodic visits, having a check-in process whereby workers are required to contact home base at a nominated time, having an emergency response plan when workers fail to report in at an agreed time. When implementing controls, consideration should be given to body systems, workplace layout and design, movement records, training, information and instruction, first aid in the workplace, communication systems. Communication systems need to be provided so that it will allow a worker to call for help in the event of an emergency at any time. These could include mobile phones, satellite communication systems, personal security systems or personal duress systems, radio communication systems, distress beacons such as a personal locator beacon. I hope you find the information in this video useful for you and your organization. Do write to us if you have questions or if there is any specific topic you want us to cover next. We would love to hear about the strategies and approaches used by your organization to manage remote or isolated work environments. Please leave your comments, and we will be glad to provide feedback. Thank you for watching.